Hi, it's me. In this video, we're going to talk about feints and fakes, specifically 3 different types of fakes. Now, in general, when we talk about striking, there are 2 things that you have to consider: the attacks that you throw and the attacks that you don't throw. And really, the attacks that you don't throw are just as important as the ones that you do. You know, you're trying to bait a reaction out of your opponent. So the first one is kind of like the classic fake punch to set up a real kick. So what happens here is that I throw a punch, which is obviously not a real punch because I'm going for a kick. So my intention here is to set up a fake punch so that he reacts to it, and while he's reacting to it, I go and throw my real attack, which in this case is a round kick to the body. He throws a punch. That's a fake punch. My intention here is to set up a fake punch so that he reacts to it, and while he's reacting to it, I go and throw my real attack, which in this case is a round kick to the body. Now, if I had thrown the kick first, so let's say I just come out and boom through a round kick, there's a good chance that he either blocks it or checks it or gets out of the way altogether. But because I threw the fake punch first, he reacts to it. He thinks that I'm actually going to punch him. So he drops his hands and he kind of pulls back like he's trying to gauge how hard I'm going to hit him with this punch. While he's doing that, I go and snap my kick. If I can time this right, there's a much better chance that I can catch him with that kick. Okay, so the second fake that we talk about is using a fake takedown to set up an overhand right. So he throws a combination, boom, boom, and I'm going to try and respond to it with an overhand right. So I'm going to look for a takedown, boom. What that does is that makes him think that I am going to take him down. So instead of throwing the overhand right, he actually goes for another punch. Because he goes for another punch, now I can throw my overhand right, which is the punch that I was actually trying to throw all along. Now again, if I didn't fake the takedown, so if I didn't have the overhand right, then he probably just blocks it, or maybe even tries to counterpunch me. But because I faked the takedown, he goes for a punch, which leaves him vulnerable to the overhand right. The third fake is a little bit more advanced, but it's still pretty simple. It's basically making your opponent react to something that isn't coming. So in this example, I'm going to pretend like I'm going to throw a hook. In reality, I'm not throwing a hook. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make him think that. I'm gonna throw a hook so that he reacts to it, and while he reacts to it, I'm going to go and throw my real attack. Now in this particular case, it could be any attack. It could be a kick, it could be a punch, it could be a knee, it could be a stomp, doesn't matter. But the idea is that I'm faking something that isn't actually going to happen. So I pretend like I'm going to throw a hook, right? I kind of reach over and I'm like, boom, and he reacts to it. Even though nothing actually happened, he thinks that I'm actually going to throw a punch, so he actually goes for a takedown. While he's going for the takedown, now I can throw my real attack, which in this case is going to be a front kick. Now, if I didn't fake the hook, if I just came out and went for the kick right away, he probably would have blocked it or checked it or gotten out of the way somehow. But because I made him think that I was going to throw a punch by faking the hook, he actually went for the takedown, which left him open to the front kick. Now, in some cases, you might be able to get away with just throwing the kick. In other words, he might have just left himself open without you having to fake anything. But sometimes you have to set up an attack. Sometimes you have to make them think that you're going to do something so that they react to it. Then you can go and throw your real attack. This is literally the highest level of striking chess. Now at this point, you might be asking yourself, well, why do I need all this stuff? Why can't I just throw my punches? Well, if you just throw your punches, everyone can see them coming. They're very telegraphed, right? Everyone can see them coming. The higher level that you get, the harder it is to actually land those punches. Because people are smarter, they're more technical, they're better at what they do. And so if you don't have the fakes, if you don't have the footwork, if you don't have the ability to disguise your attacks, then your attacks become very easy to defend against. Now, this is something that you learn through repetition, something that you have to work on the pads. You have to practice it with your coach. You have to get feedback from your coach. You have to learn from your own mistakes. But remember, you have to train how you fight and fight how you train. If you want to be effective in your striking, you need to work on your fakes. You need to work on your footwork. You need to work on the little details. And if you do that, then when you step into the ring, you'll be ready to use those techniques. Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider supporting us. We would really appreciate it. We will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.